probably locked eyes for maybe 3 seconds, and that was enough for me to just be completely scared out of my mind.
Have you put bait out too?
We have similar reports in Russia.
I must have watched it for about, a minute and a half.
A large something.
I couldn't explain what it was.
And that's when I saw the face peek out from behind the tree at me.
But ancient Native Americans have been recounting sightings for cities. Sightings of creatures all. The Creek.
They ran into this people that they called.
And national newspapers have recounted eyewitness reports of 6 to 8 foot tall, hairy, man-like creatures roaming the mountains of Humboldt County in Northern California.
You came down from the mountain where the crystal... No reason to consider company might show, but destiny would find you where you walked across the sand to leave a world divided. Did Roger film a Bigfoot or man? Where are you now, Hattie?
Well, welcome, folks. It's that time again for the Friday evening Bigfoot Radio. And now for the Bigfoot research team from across the country, welcome, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight?
Well, I don't know how we're all doing tonight, but the radio's coming in and out, because we're having radio technical problems right now because, as I said before, when the heat starts kicking in, my computers don't work very good in this heat at all. Does anybody...
Thank God you don't live in the desert.
I do live in the desert. You're funny. Has anybody noticed the gas prices at all, how ridiculous it's getting?
It's terrible.
What's the gas price?
Well, it's got to be worse in California.
Oh, yeah, it's almost $5 or $6 a gallon again because of this stupid war.
Yeah.
And being that it's that high, Arizona is almost $5 a gallon.
For regular.
Yeah, for regular.
And that's cash or credit?
That's debit, credit, and cash.
And cash. Okay. I won't complain then because I paid $3.59 yesterday.
Yeah, well, I'm going to, hopefully by 2 weeks from now, I'm going to put an HHO generator in my Jeep. I've got 2 generators with me, brand new, never used them. I'm going to take my air cleaner out of my Jeep. I'm going to put a different type of air cleaner in it so I'll have enough room to put an HHO generator in there. And I'll be running like maybe 3/4 of it from gasoline, and then maybe 1/4 of it, which is 25% of it, is going to be hydrogen. And I'll be getting anywhere between 40 to 60 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
Hey, guys. If you don't mind me just interrupting real quick, I just wanted to let you know that I'm with East Coast Jack. I left him back at the campfire. Okay. So I just stepped away, not to disturb, him because he's out there with the parabolic dish and stuff like that. And I, stepped away to get the recorder and stuff like that. So it's been a couple of years since we've been out, and this is my mentor. And wanted to call and say, hey, let you know where we're at. This was like a totally last minute thing. I mean, when I say last minute, it was like today, he's like, okay, I'm coming over. I'll be there like 4 o'clock. We've been hanging out all day. So, well, not all day, but since 4, But so yeah, we're gonna plan to be up all night, and hopefully, this time next week, we're gonna have
Well, what I
an
was going
experience
to
to talk
say is,
about.
why don't you have him on the show tonight? And you don't have to say anything. You just have it where you guys can hear the show softly, and whatever happens, just come out and say it.
Well, the thing is that his hearing is a whole lot worse than it was before.
Okay.
And that's number one. Number two, he forgot his hearing aids.
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. So, so listening to the parabolic, listening with the headphones on and the parabolic dish, that's the only time he kind of like feels like he's he could hear things, because he could crank up the volume real high and stuff like that, and he could hear like what's what.
So basically, right now you're out in the field with East Coast Jack, doing some Bigfoot research.
That is correct.
Oh, okay.
Do you know sign language, Anthony?
I know the sign language alphabet. I know a few words. I took 2 courses in sign language, so I know a lot of the basic sign language.
Actually, my father was blind all his life, and we kids had to take sign language and stuff like that as a kid growing up. And I'm not gonna lie, I grew up in a what they call middle class family. Our family, struggled a lot as a kid growing up. I mean, my dad owned a house up in Redding, California. I was born in Los Angeles, and I'm not going to lie to anybody. I was born with a disability and all that other stuff, and I made something of myself. I started doing radio podcasts. I played in a few TV shows, including one I did with Tom, which I think was a little messed up on that one. But what I'm basically trying to say is I made something of myself. I didn't let my disability stop me from becoming who I am today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's good.
You know what, though? We made that show together, and I think we had fun doing it.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of fun. Even though we had Mr. Italian Scrooge with us that didn't know his butt from a hole in the ground. But, we all had fun doing it. I know Roger did.
If something happens between now and in an hour and a half, then I'll dial back into the show. But we're going to be, I'm gonna say goodnight for now. I don't want to, but hopefully, if something happens, I'll give you some of it before next week and then all of it next week.
All right, no problem.
So,
no problem.
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night, Anthony.
Bye now.
But the only problem I have nowadays, it's like every woman I talk to, and I'm not going to bullshit my listeners and everything else. It's like everybody I talk to, which I'm trying to get into another long-term committed relationship, every woman I ever spoke to out there is like it's all in the money. And I don't think it's a woman, don't get me wrong. I think there's scammers out there using these women's profiles to scam people for money, which I think is a little oddball and ridiculous.
So it would be just your luck to meet a girl and she turned out to be a transvestite.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, hell no.
Lady. I'll have to go to Asia then.
No, I don't want to go to Asia. I don't want to pick up on a morphodite. Forget that.
You remember when we were filming and we were in Atlanta?
Yeah. Me and Stingman were doing some filming and stuff like that when we were traveling, going to Chemung, New York, and Tom walks into this. We're going to get a coffee.
It was a huddle house.
Yeah, it was. We were going to go in there and get something to drink and eat before we would get back on the road. And Tom is in there trying to make a pass. This beautiful-looking transvestite type guy. You could tell it was a guy because of the Adam's apple and everything else. But Tom thought it was a woman, and he's falling head over heels for this African American. I said, Tom, you need to get away from this stuff. And then Tom says, what do you mean? This is a gorgeous-looking woman. I said, Tom, that's not a woman. That's a transvestite. Tom looked at me, his mouth dropped, and he said, are you serious? I said, yes, I'm serious, but I'm not going to tell Roger that because Roger's over there right now trying to flirt with it.
It was funny as hell.
God was it.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, surprise. It was funny as shit.
Are you trying to say surprise, surprise, surprise?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, God.
And when Tom walked out, Chico, one of his best friends he's known since the United States Navy, Chico came out and told him, Tom, that's a guy in there. You couldn't tell because of the Adam's apple? And then Tom's looking really foolish about it because he thought for a minute he was actually talking to a gorgeous, beautiful-looking woman with big breasts and stuff like this. And she didn't have, it was balloons and stuff underneath their shirt, and he thought it was real. Oh, my God. How can you not see that?
We were in the truck dying. We were laughing so hard. I thought for sure he was going to throw our asses out of the car.
Yeah. And on top of it, when we were coming back from Chemung, New York, okay, me and Ann were doing, I think it was like a security type thing with, where was it, in Georgia somewhere, Snake Man?
Yeah, it was Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, we were in Atlanta, Georgia, and we were doing a, what was it, Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley security guards and stuff like that. I was an Uncle
Young Elvis.
I was a Uncle Si look-alike because I looked like Uncle Si with the long beard I had. And Snake Man was a, what was it?
Tim McGraw.
A Tim McGraw look-alike, and he actually did look like Tim McGraw. And just about the middle of the show and everything else, there's this African-American woman that's laying on the ground. Every time I passed her up, she kept saying, Uncle Si, Uncle Si. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I got, a fan now? She thinks I'm Uncle Si. What's going on here? And I had to explain to her at least 10 times, I'm not Uncle Si, I'm just a lookalike. And she kept saying, go home with me. And I'm like, oh, no, no, no. My African-American queen back home would kill me if this would happen. No, no, I can't do this. No way. And I'm being, I'm being faithful to her and everything else. And Snake Man is trying to get rid of a woman that's, she looks like what, almost like a Playboy knockout or Playboy model knockout or whatever. And he's trying to get rid of this woman. So what does he do? He brushes her off.
Wait a minute here. Give us the listeners and some background. See, why is Snake Man trying to get rid of a Playboy knockout? That's what listeners want to know.
Yeah, well, that's what America wants to know. Okay, he's trying to get he's trying to get rid of her. He has a woman. What's he need another one? If I know Julie, and Julie found out about something like that, she'd kill him or cut something off. Anyhow, he brushes her off onto Roger. Well, her and Roger get to talking, and then Roger tells me and Snake Man, well, he's got a woman coming by the apartment tonight. I said, bullshit. So I turned around and I told the woman, we live in apartment such and so, which I gave her the wrong apartment number. So apparently she went to the landlord instead of us.
But I tell you what, when we were having dinner with the Elvis Presley impersonators, young and old, and the young and old Michael Jackson impersonators, I was going to the buffet, I think it was, and this little girl, about 6, maybe 8 years old, came up to me and goes, are you Tim McGraw? And she wanted a picture. She wouldn't leave my side for anything. And everybody at the table was just eyeballing me.
You think that was bad? Everybody kept eyeballing me, called me Uncle Si. I couldn't figure this out. I was wearing the Uncle Si the shirt. I was wearing the Duck Dynasty cap. I had the full beard. Me and Snake Man were going through so much hell trying to get rid of these people. It wasn't even funny.
Oh, what he didn't tell you, Chris, is that when we were at Walmart and he was in his getup, he got chased through the damn store until they spotted me, but he had to hide in the bathroom.
Yep.
That's hard to believe. A 7'4" guy trying to hide in a bathroom in a Walmart.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
you'd be spotted from one end to the other.
That's what you expect. And I kept having to open the door to look out. When I did look out, they were all surrounded around Bruce. I snuck out the back. I ain't gonna deal with that. I don't need that type of publicity.
Oh.
We should have hired bodyguards for the bodyguards.
Jeez.
One chick,
Good story.
the knockout chick that I was trying to get rid of, wanted me to walk her home.
Yeah.
And I wasn't about to do that because I'm like, no, that's too dangerous.
Yeah.
That is dangerous.
Especially when you get home.
Was she a redhead?
No, she was a brunette. She was a brunette, but she was a total knockout. And if I didn't have a relationship back then, I would have went for it. But no, it's not my cup of tea. And we were traveling, and I didn't want to get Tom and all that involved in it and have him be paid off at me at that time either. I just, no, ain't going to take that chance.
And the funny thing is that the chick that I had after me, Tom kept eyeballing her, and he was mad because I didn't give her to him.
Yeah, you know how Tom is. He's a womanizer.
You should have went up to Tom and said, that's a transvestite, Tom. Stay away.
That's the bad part about it, man. Tom is. He's a womanizer. Oh, my God. He treats his wife like shit.
Every
Well,
time I
that's what
see
he
him,
is.
whenever he was on expedition, he had a different woman for every state.
Yep. It's no wonder Joan didn't find out about it. And Joan is an ex-actress who played in a few movies with John Wayne.
Ooh.
You know, I met her, and she was very sweet and really down to earth.
Yeah, she was. She really was. She was a very sweet lady, everything. How she ended up with this joke.
I got to meet John Wayne.
I never met him, but I did meet Tom's wife. She's a beautiful looking lady. She's Italian. And oh my God, she's got a hell of a good voice for her age. But you could tell she's not Italian, she's Jewish. I don't know why I kept saying Italian, but you know, Jewish and Italians, they have that where it sounds like they got this sinus problem when they speak.
Well, I think
You're going to get a
girl
lot of
Greta.
hate mail, man.
Do what? Do what?
I think that woman Greta, I think she was Italian.
Well, I don't know. She was almost 80 years old, and she didn't look a day over 40, and she kept asking Snake Man, why do they call you Snake Man? And then all of a sudden, she's taking him around the house, and the last spot they go to is a bedroom. I'm like, oh, Lord, and Tom's getting all pissed off.
And Snake Man didn't come out.
No shit.
Oh man, we
Why they call you Snake Man? Oh my God.
She made us a very early morning breakfast. I think it had to have been about 12 courses.
Yeah, I think it was pancakes and eggs, and I don't know what else it was.
Sausage and bacon
And
that shit.
Tom did everything he could to be with her, and I don't know.
She didn't want to give me the time of fucking day.
Yeah, I know. And she was a rich woman, too. She had more money than Tom did.
Yeah, she did.
And she lived in a glass house. That was even more weird.
Yeah, she did. Well, especially when we were there for their little conversation in the living room.
Yeah.
We were sitting in the kitchen.
Yeah, she said something about Tom being too small. God, that was a low blow.
Jeez.
Some things are not right, you know?
Yeah.
Some things I just don't want to know.
No, but the gas prices now, let's change the subject. The gas prices are getting ridiculous. Oh my God. So what I'm going to do next month is I'm going to put a hydrogen fuel cell in my Jeep. I've got 2 of them. And from what I understand, the more potassium hydroxide you put in the distilled water, which goes into the container on the top, I've got everything ready to go. It'll take my Jeep, and instead of me getting like 19 miles to the gallon, it'll triple that, and I'll get almost 60 miles to the gallon. I'll be saving a lot of fuel.
Is that sort of like Cyber Sizzle?
No. Cyber Sizzle had something to do with wax and what do you call that? It's like fingernail polish remover inside that stuff. I can never remember what that stuff was now, but that fiber sizzle wasn't no good.
No,
It
wasn't.
It kept clogging up the carburetors and clogging up the fuel lines. It had wax in it. What hydrogen is?
Wax on, wax off?
Yeah, kind of wax on and wax off, something like that. What hydrogen is an explosive. And you can make hydrogen by using regular distilled water, and I think it's 1 teaspoon of potassium hydroxide, and you have to let it sit in the glass jar for a bit until it cools off. Then you pour it in this like little container that sits, and when you turn on the electricity to the hydrogen generator or the fuel cell, it converts it to hydrogen, and when you're running, the engine pulls it into the engine to the gasoline, and you're running, I think it's like 10 or 15% hydrogen in with your fuel. And what that does is when it enters into your engine, it gets rid of all the carbon. It makes it so you burn off all the carbon that you're using from the fuel, and your engine is running nice and smooth and cooler than what it normally does. Like it's brand new.
I just buy Lucas oil treatment, and that does that.
Yeah, well, that only helps you clean out your engine.
That's what you're saying.
Right, but what this does, it gives you 25% more fuel efficiency, 25% more power for your vehicle, and you get better mileage. And I've seen some people using these fuel cells. They'll get like almost 80 miles to the gallon using these things.
Damn.
That's what I said. And I've got 2 of them, and they work great.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what commercial you got for tonight, Steve?
What is that? Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. Oh, I don't know. Whatever I play. We could get some midgets out here. I was talking to a lady yesterday. Not yesterday. The day before yesterday. She is a model. You know, these little tiny dwarf models they have out there. They have their own web pages and everything else. And I was speaking to her online, and I said, you know, a friend of mine suggested to me. I don't know how you would feel about this or not, but a friend of mine suggested to me that we need to get a female dwarf Bigfoot research team out there. And the first thing this dwarf said was, that sounds like a great idea. And I'm like, oh my God, she must be related to Snake Man. Going to get them some boxing gloves and baseball bats. If Bigfoot shows up, they'll just beat him in the balls.
Hey, don't forget the black stockings, body stockings, so they can blend into the dark.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Little tiny female dwarf adult stars. I don't think that would work very good.
I don't know, man. It sounds like you could have a carnival, like, and go from state to state with that and do well.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, do you realize how popular that would be, though?
Yeah, you know something? I got to thinking about it, and I told her, you know something? You guys could be really popular doing that.
What did she say?
She said she'd think about it, and I'm like, oh, God, I started something. I'm not going to be able to get out of this one.
Oh, God.
Man, you said a mouthful. You said a mouthful.
Oh, man.
But I know.
I'll buy a ticket.
I know.
To town, I'm buying a ticket.
Yeah, okay. I know Chris is going to start doing some Bigfoot research next month.
That's correct there, big guy. I'm leaving that. Listen, if it's going to be below 32 degrees, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to freeze my ass to death. But if it can stay over 32 degrees, I can tough it out to be up there in the mountains. Because I'm going to be not like your elevation, but 2,000 feet. But like I said, it's been in the 30s all week as a high. So it's not easy.
So when were you supposed to do this?
That would be like April 9th, 10th, 11th. I have 9 days off from work.
Okay.
So out of the 9, I'm taking 5. I'm taking 5 nights by myself.
So in other words, if it stays too cold, you're not going to do it.
It's tough. It's tough, brother. Starting that fire, I mean, it's not like I got an electric blanket or something. You're when you're up there, it's.
That's why you need to cover. That's why you need to cover your face up and start breathing underneath and get it nice and warm.
It's I mean, when I did the Rockies a few years ago for those 45 days I was out there, man, I mean, it was an eye opener. I mean, even in July when it was hailing and stuff, I mean, I couldn't leave my tent sometimes for 3 days because of the bad weather.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
you're going somewhere where it's 2,000 feet, right?
Well, the Rockies, I was 10,500 and above. Here, I'm only at 2, but still.
Right.
Still, there's no leaves.
Right, where I'm at, I'm only 100 feet above sea level.
Oh. Okay.
So just imagine being in the Grand Canyon right now, sweating your ass off, when everybody else is above the Grand Canyon and 75-degree weather.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's crazy this year, but I'm planning. Matter of fact, I went to Aldi's and was just looking at the dry foods and things that I would be bringing and the amount of gallons of water I'll need.
Right.
I will be going up there. I will be going up there on Good Friday. Just to look at the premises because I've got to. It's an old logging road.
Right.
I don't know how old it is. It's like over 100 years old. 100 years ago, Connecticut didn't have any forests, man. I mean, it was just all cut, and it was for agriculture, and they were burning wood and building houses and ships and stuff in Long Island Sound. I mean, this is a new forest here.
Yeah, they were building, what is it, House of Blue Lights?
House of Blue Lights? You talking red lights?
Whatever. In California, it's called House of Blue Lights.
Blue Lights. But yeah, New England, when they came over, they cut everything. I mean, you couldn't even find a bear here 100 years ago. They killed everything. Bear, moose, you name it. There was nothing left.
Almost sounds like
even the
family.
Huh?
Almost sounds like the Donner family.
Yeah. I mean, they just, the way evolution was going through here in the industrial age and everything. So now the forest has come back, but it's a young forest, but you don't see the big trees. Occasionally you come across the cathedral pines and stuff like that. And boy, they're beautiful. There's like a redwood tree here, you're far and few in between. But anyways, I'm going to go up the week before and make sure that the road that I take, there aren't any trees, because I would have to get a chainsaw and cut so I can get as close. I got to get as far down this logging road to get to the base of the mountain and leave my truck there to be my grocery store. Because from there to the place where I go, climbing up the mountain, it's a 45-minute hike. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I mean, you're carrying that shit on your back and 2 hands full of gallons of water in each hand. I'm gasping.
Yeah, you're gasping for air and everything else. And how long ago did you quit smoking?
It'll be 3 years, September. But one of my last time I was up there, me and my friend, we were still smoking. It'll be 3 years this April. Yeah, was it 3 years this April?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to have to go to a gym and get a workout and stuff like that to get those lungs and stuff back in shape and start taking, what is it, vitamin D3.
Oh, shit, no, I ain't going to be doing that, but I will be huffing and puffing. But if you go to my channel to see me going up there when I was smoking, me and this guy I brought, we saw 3 Bigfoots. They came to visit us.
Mm.
And he was, he didn't really, he wanted to believe, and he keeps on begging me every day to come with me again up to this area. Every day I see him because he's a coworker that I do driving the buses. And he wants to come, but I say I got to do it by myself this time. I have to. I have no choice. I have to go. But that video that I did of both of us going up there, it was funny. And we could only go like 40 feet. And we just stop and keep breathing again and drop our bottles of gallons of water out of it. I think it took 2 hours to go normally 45. Yeah, it was funny, but we stayed for 5 nights and we got rewarded. We got a nice gift with them coming to visit us. And then you got to remember that there's no leaves on the trees now. There's no leaves on the trees in New England till midday.
Wow.
That's how it works out. Yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But on that. We'll do one night. We'll do one night. I will honor one night live with you from there, and I'll do some wood knots.
That'll be it for the rest of the next 5 months, because after it starts getting hot here, we got to take a break for 5 months and start in September like we did before. Now, when I leave here and I get back up to Northern California, then we can do our show every single weekend until winter. Down here, I just don't want to do it because this heat's not good for computers at all.
Okay, so what you're saying is that sometime in April, we're stopping the show,
like I did,
and then you're going to be in California starting when?
I'm in California right now, but I'm in the southern desert of California. I'm going to be moving back to where there's mountains and trees and nature and all the other good stuff. I am not going to stay here again this year. No, I'm going to head up north.
Okay, and then we're going to do live broadcast feeds from you being up north.
You're right.
Good. Okay. Okay, now I got the picture. You understand that, Snake Man?
Yeah, I got it. Steve, when you were sick, I was asked by them to do Snake Man Adventures, so I did it, and we had fun. A copy of the show that I sent.
Who, me?
No, I was talking to Chris.
Oh.
Yes, I did get the copy. I didn't finish it all. I didn't last that long.
Well,
that's what Okay.
I got it going. I mean, it's the full show and everything. It's just my second show, too.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, like I said,
he needs help on, I told him when he's doing a show, he needs at least 3 computers. One computer is all right, but you need a second computer to broadcast the show, and then you need a third computer if you want to go outside the show, like either on Facebook or x.com account or whatever it is, or TikTok or whichever the case may be.
Right.
Now you can do it on TikTok, but you would have to make it so, and you can't do no cussing on there, because when you do cussing on there and you keep calling so many names or something like that, TikTok's really weird. They'll block you for a week.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, for my second show, it wasn't too bad. I mean...
Like I said,
Go ahead.
I was saying, anytime that you want me to come on and shoot the stuff about paranormal, Bigfoot, or anything, let me know.
Yeah, he just wants to sit back and shoot the breeze.
Yeah, just let me know. Well, now, speaking of paranormal, I didn't really get much of your attention about that cemetery I filmed from that farmland. Did you look at it?
I liked it.
I looked
did.
looked at the video, and you were driving down. Looks like there was still a little snowy and stuff out there. But I noticed. I noticed something else in the background as you were driving. It looked like there was something out there standing in the background. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Oh, I got to look at that again. But that's that mustard-colored barn with the little red, but the yellow mustard. I mean, that's an unusual, and all the property and farmland. And what does he have on there? I mean, a cemetery like that is the base of another part of his property that goes into a mountain.
Yeah,
and it's pretty eerie looking, man. I mean,
I would love to investigate it.
Yeah, I think there's probably more than I thought. I bet you there's at least 1,000 graves there. Pretty damn close to it the way I was looking at it. I got to knock on that farmer's house and ask him if he'd mind if I go there at night. Even though that's not my thing, I would do it.
You know something? When you brought that thing up about that farm, back in, I think it's 2016 when I was living up in Redding, California, me and a friend of mine were looking at, I think it was like an old WW2 military Jeep from like Vietnam or whatever online. It was on Craigslist. So I decided I want to go out and look at it. I called the people up. They told me about coming out and look at it and stuff like that. So I made an appointment. And we're going up this road outside of Red Bluff, California. It's a road going up in the hills and the mountains. And when I got a little lost out there. I saw this farmhouse on a certain road because I couldn't find the right road. So I went out there to this farmhouse and went up to the door. And here's the weird part. It's wide open. There is nobody in the house. The cars and trucks and everything are all parked outside. I walked around the house, on the property, everything, looking for somebody. There was nobody there. That was the creepy part. And then when I got back in the car and I got ready to go and take off, by the time I pulled out of the driveway with my friend, as soon as I turned off onto the road, a couple 100 feet from the driveway, my friend looks to the right, and we're both looking at this huge-looking Sasquatch underneath the tree, not too far away from this farmhouse. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? And I've seen Bigfoots before, but my friend, he's never saw one before. And when he saw it, he froze. He didn't talk. He didn't say nothing on the way up to look at the ambulance. And when he did get up there, he was asking these people, do you by any chance have any bear out here or anything like that? And the people saying, no, we don't get no bear out here at all. And so on the way back home, he didn't say nothing. He was stumped. He didn't know what to say. Well, when he got home to the house the next morning, he was telling Tanya about he saw a Bigfoot, but he believed they didn't ever existed. But when he saw it, he said he didn't know what to believe. He didn't know what to think. He said he saw it and he froze.
Yeah, well, that's mainly the norm for people that don't believe in it. I mean, they still don't believe it, no matter how many people talk about it. Eyewitnesses every year, and they report it and that. You know, there's still people that don't believe it. And hey, okay, you don't. That's fine. I'm tired of proving myself.
Right. But then when they do see it, it's like, oh my God, they do exist.
Oh yeah. When I brought John where I'm going on my campsite, he wasn't really a believer. He thought, I got to see it to believe it. Well, there you go. There were three of them climbing up the tree, man. These huge figures climbing up the tree and down the tree and up the tree and down the tree and up the tree and for 3 hours. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, they were looking. They were looking at us, and they even had a glow about them, especially the female. She was like glittering in like white, her fur, you know. And I mean, there wasn't a full moon, but it was like maybe a half moon. But you could just see her, and she was just looking. She was from the cabin.
Yeah.
When the cabin's only 3 miles away, so she came to visit. So I'm hoping that they'll come to visit again this time. That's why I'm not bringing anybody. I'm gonna go and when they're there, I'm gonna go and I ain't stopping till I touch one.
Yeah.
That's what my goal is. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a radio break or a break, and we'll be right back.
Listen up. The soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh, your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar, get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
"This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves."
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A.
"It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel."
Time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Tens of thousands of men already subscribe, which means that every month, fresh new bars of Squatch show up at their door. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
And we're back. You know, when he said something about being out in the forest and these little tiny elves handed you the towel, the first thing that went through my mind when he said that is, yeah, little tiny dwarfs out there with baseball bat and gloves.
Hey, have you heard about the sightings of gnomes? It's all over the news and shit.
Yeah, you know, they're coming out with all these weird things. First, it's Bigfoot. I understand that part. Bigfoot's been around for years. And then they come out, what was it, a couple years ago with the rakes and the other weird things. Now it's gnomes. I'm like, what the hell? All the gnome is nothing more than a little tiny, looks like an elf that maybe Santa Claus left behind or something.
Well, I haven't seen that, but I'll believe you.
But yeah, there's been all kinds of stuff all over the news lately about sightings of gnomes and all this stuff. One person has footage of it and all this stuff. It's really weird.
People are just making these things up with, what do you call it, the new AI technology, making up these things that actually look real, but they're not. That's like, I think it was, I did a show a couple months back on Jessica Weaver, supermodel and everything else. And on one of her videos, she talks about how she hates the AI technology and everything else. She tells everybody to be careful out there. If you can't see their face and they ask you for money and all that stuff, it's a red flag. Well, I go to her page here, I think a week ago, or I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure what it was, and she has this new AI technology on one of her things where she's making money or making a profit or something like that using AI technology. Man, I don't care who I am. You would never catch me dead trying to fool my listeners, the people that are following me, by doing AI technology. Basically just talking to a stupid bot. No thanks. That's just being being a little bit deceitful, if you ask me.
Well, I think that there's some things out there that we don't know if they're real. I mean, for the longest time, people didn't believe Bigfoot was real or ghosts were real.
Yeah, but
yet,
they didn't
I
have
was
AI
invited-
technology back in the 1960s either. It was real.
Okay. Well, also, I was invited to go to England to Fairy Hill and investigate it because there's sightings out there of fairies and pixies and other junk like that.
Yeah, leprechauns and everything else.
Leprechauns are real. I seen one.
Yeah, okay.
You heard Tasha?
She said, leprechauns are real. I seen one. I've never saw a leprechaun unless it was a midget dressed up in a leprechaun suit.
No, he was a leprechaun suit. It was in New Orleans last year.
Huh.
Wait a minute. It was in Louisiana?
She said yes.
Huh. Cool. Hey, there's so many things out there we just don't know of. I can't say no to anything.
Julie?
You know.
That wasn't Julie.
Who was that?
Tasha.
Oh. Never mind. I was gonna pop off the wall and say, what have you been smoking?
No,
Steve,
Go ahead.
for the longest time, people used to say they didn't believe in giants.
Never mind. I know where that's going to go. I know exactly where that's going. Okay, Pee-wee.
You know what, though? I mean, but the chance that being invited to go to England to investigate something like that, you don't get that much.
No, you don't. But at least you make a name for yourself. That's what counts.
Yeah, exactly. No matter how weird people look at you.
And I'll say this out loud. I love Jessica Weaver. I may be an old fart, but I love Jessica Weaver. What can I say? And I apologize to her because I was being fooled by an AI.
Wow.
Yeah, wow's right.
Well,
anyhow,
so,
my plan is to save up enough money, head to Northern California. I'm going to buy me some land. I'm going to build me an off-grid cabin up in the mountains. I'll still be doing my radio show. I'm going to build me a Bigfoot empire. And then after when I retire, I'm not going to worry about it no more. I'm going to be sitting back and open up an animal farm or whatever and just sit back and feel the nice, cool, cold breeze.
How about that? That sounds really cool.
Wow. That's going to be... How long is it going to take you to do that?
Actually, Siskiyou County, I can get, I think it's like an acre of land up there for like $2,500.
Oh.
That's cheap.
That is.
And I think permit is something like $350, and that's for a whole year.
Okay, what about surveying so you can know what's on the land and all that junk?
Why would I want to survey it for?
Well, I mean, what if you get the land and you check it, and next thing you know, you find either gold or something like that on it, or you find oil on it? Stranger things have happened.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to find oil on it or not. That's all volcanic national park and stuff like that up there. What am I going to do? Drill a hole in the ground, get lava coming out after me? I don't think so. Now, there's plenty of gold up there. I've actually found gold up there the size of my thumb.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you want to get rich, Siskiyou County and Shasta County and Butte County is the best place in the world to go gold prospecting. Especially right now, gold is at $4,400 an ounce.
Do you have gold fever?
No, but I know where to get it. That's what I'm saying. I've got gold mining equipment. All I got to do is load it up in the back truck, head up north. Like I said, buy me some land. Now, you can still dredge up in Northern California, but you have to have a what do you call it? A permit.
Water.
Huh?
Water.
I know that.
You have to have water.
No shit. You have to have a permit, and the permit in order to do it is a $3,000 permit. I don't think so. So I just take, what do you call it? A high banker at my house, dig up the dirt I need in a couple buckets, take it home, and just run the buckets through the high banker, and I don't need to pay no $3,000 for a stupid dredge. See what I'm saying?
Sounds like a lot of work.
Well, of course it's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the long run.
So for those people that don't know what that is, those people don't know what that is. What's a high banker?
A high banker is like a long sluice box with ripples and stuff in it, with chicken wire and screen in the bottom of the ripples with our carpet or rug, and at the very top it looks like a box with spray bars in it. And as you're dumping the dirt in with your hand or a little tiny garden trough, it separates the rock from the dirt, takes it down through the ripples with the water flowing through it, and that's how you find your gold. It's real simple, it's real easy.
A lot of people use AstroTurf.
Well, yeah, they could use AstroTurf, but I won't use that. There's a certain type of rug out there that you can use. It looks like the, what do you call those, like little scrubbing pads you buy like at the Dollar Tree or something like that? They're green looking.
Yeah.
You can buy carpet that looks like that, put it in the bottom, and that stuff works great for catching gold.
Well, I wonder how many people get pyrite instead of actual gold, though, when they do that. I mean, they get all excited, and then they, oh, wait, that's pyrite.
Well, because pyrite floats on top of the water, gold doesn't. There's a big difference.
Gold is about 20 times heavier than water.
Yep. And it's 100 times heavier than pyrite.
I know here in Arkansas, we have a place where you can go mining diamonds.
I've heard about that.
Doesn't Arkansas also have that, what is it, an underground, what is it? It's like a trucking system where trucks park their trucks and stuff like that underneath the ground or underneath the earth or something like that.
So.
A friend of mine went through there a couple of years ago. He took video and pictures of it, and I'm like, wow. They were going to build this place as an underground bunker if something happened, and it's in Arkansas, and they decided to turn it into lots of land and sell it off as property. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, who the hell would want to buy property underneath there? If an earthquake hit, you'd be screwed.
Huh. Well,
that's something that I want to do, though, is go and do the mining for diamonds.
Right, right. Anyhow, yeah.
So, has there been any more reports in your area, Chris, on Bigfoot sightings?
Last fall there was in rural neighborhoods a friend of mine that mows lawns and plows in the winter, and out in Wolcott there. He was doing her property, just leaf blowing and stuff, and he's been doing her property for years, and it came up, and he told me that she said that she saw this huge figure walking in the back of her property, which was adjacent to a small forest area, which, you probably have like 2 acres of land or 3 acres of land between houses there, and then some woods in the background. But this woman told my friend Michael that she believed it was a Bigfoot, and he went and told me. And but it wasn't exposed to the newspaper or any sightings like that. Though there was one also last year that was exposed in the city of Waterbury at a park, and someone took a picture, but of course, like all Bigfoot photographs, it was blurry. But there's a black thing near what's that plant? Not a hibiscus, but hydrangea, is it? I don't know. But there was a colorful tree with blue, light blue, and so on, and was blooming. And there was this dark figure by there that someone took, and that was in the city, almost in the city part of Waterbury is a city of like 140,000 people, but they have parks spread it out, different parks, And I mean, Waterbury's no beach to walk around in anymore. It's a rough city. It's like New Haven and Bridgeport. There's some crime here. But hey, someone took a picture. It's not real clear, but there is this black thing that's pretty tall. That's by this large like flowering tree.
Right.
And I'm not. But as of that, any reports, there probably are, and I have to do more homework on that. I just never thought about sites of any reports in Connecticut for this past year.
Why do you think?
I'll report it.
Hey, I got a question for both of you guys, and maybe you can answer it. Why is it every time there's a Bigfoot picture, it's always blurry? Is it because he's moving at a high rate of speed, or they're moving at a high rate of speed, or
it could be a horrible camera.
Well, there's people who say that there's some type of energy that comes from the forest people, the Bigfoot, that makes cameras fuzzy and distorted. Hey, it happens to me, man. There's some times where I'm out there filming, and I'm in the wilderness, and my phone,
your camera starts acting up weird. Yeah, I've had that happen to me more than once.
Yes, and my voice is fine, and I apologize. I said, people, I am not doing this. I'll post it on my YouTube channel. I say, this is just happening. And I get frustrated because I don't want to miss anything.
Or better yet, you go out in the wilderness and you take a camera with you and stuff like that, and you go to take a picture of it, and for some strange reason the camera don't work, and you're sitting there trying to think, wait a minute, I just charged this thing up and it's not working. And then when you head home, you turn the camera on, and then all of a sudden it's working again. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Same thing with my trail cameras. I'll have them all, 13 of them I had at one time, all out around the cabin. And, I think, I leave the food out there for them and check my SD card. And first, I'm looking at the trail camera footage. I always put it on like for 30 seconds. Squirrel goes by, bird flies by, it ignites the camera to go off, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Right.
And then another video of nothing. And then after that, there's a squirrel running up and down the tree, or owl goes by, and You know, they have a sense. They're not stupid, man. These are intelligent creatures, man, beings. They are smart.
Or they're basically out there watching you with a trail cam when you're not looking, or you're setting this thing up, and you're like, well, I'm going to get him because I'm going to go around this thing instead of going in front of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely. These things. What?
Yeah. I was going to say, or like the one Bigfoot researcher that set his trail camera up, and you could see arms come up behind it and moving it in different directions.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They like having fun. They got a sense of humor, man. There's no question about it. You know, they're going to put they're playing a joke on you. They really do. You know, you think that you got them fooled and all this, and you know, 5 cameras in a circle, and whatever you put for them to enjoy eating, you put it right in the center, and you got these 5 cameras all around. No way all these are gonna mess up. Well, no, they all mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even when you're out in the field and they're doing these hollerings. What is it? I think Anthony said something a few years ago. And he sent me a video clip where they're trying to do a noise they call a barred owl. When they start doing the beginning part of the barred owl, they do it real good. But just about the end of it, they screw up. And you can, you can tell it's not a barred owl.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dan Allen was saying that. Remember?
Yeah, Jan Allen even said that himself. He said like all these different type of noises like coyotes, whatever, but at just about the end of it, they screw up.
I told you the story.
Well, you're not the only one that's told me this story. Anthony's told me this.
No, but I told you the story where I'm going in April.
Yeah.
I was with that medium girl, and hey, you hear that coyote and the owl? They're going at it. They're talking to each other. We're going, that's wow. They're there. We're going back and out. Wow. Are they getting closer? No shit. They're coming closer.
Yeah.
What? Boom! They're right here at the camp. Both of them.
Yeah.
Just like that. Within less than a minute. I swear to God, they were a mile away. Boom, and they're going back at us while we're on our fire, and I'm with that medium, and the owl's going like this, and then the coyote's going back and forth, and I know it's them. And the medium that I brought, I think that was their first night with me there, and she was just frozen, standing up, just like arms to the side and just staring.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tell her to relax, but it's hard to tell somebody to relax when you're confronted about these 2 wild animals, and then they stop.
And then she freaks out.
No, then she was well. Then they started laughing. They started laughing like I described it, if you found some chimpanzees and you gave them a bunch of bananas, and they were so happy that they got a bunch of bananas that they were screaming with joy. That's the only way I could just tell you, the closest thing I could see them. They were laughing. I think it was just 2 of them, but they were just laughing.
Yeah.
And Alex, but I'm not kidding you. They know how to talk to the animals, like with the coyotes and the barred owls. But you're right, they make the endings are not always perfect. No. But I'll never forget how fast they came to our campsite. I'm talking 30, 40 seconds, and and we're pretending we're listening. Jesus, they're far away, and they're going at it. You never hear an owl and a coyote going back at it to each other. They were like talking to each other in that language. And this just came up the mountain. This thing was just pacing like they were running. They were running at us while yelling. That was, I wish I had that recorded. It was just a gift. hear that happen to us. You know, that was something. I hope something like that happens. I'm going to have the phone on, and hopefully something will happen.
Right.
I'm praying. That's why I'm going up there, man. I'm not going up there just to look at him. If you think, both of you think I'm just going there and just watching, no, I'm not watching observing anymore. I'm tired of that shit. You know, I got to make it happen.
You're going to go up and try to, what do you call it, interact with him.
Yeah, contact. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten so close to him. You know, I mean, I blew it. I blew it in West Virginia. In Virginia, man, I really did. I shouldn't have took out the infrared cameras and stuff because they freaked out. I didn't even have them on until they were in front of me. Well, one of them was in front of me. Then she got so pissed all of a sudden, like 4 or 5 of them came freaking down from the mountain. They're back and forth with their eyes. They were, you know, and I put it on video. It's on my YouTube channel. You can see it. You know, you can see their eye shine, and you can make the silhouette of their stealth bodies. Yes.
Yeah. Or you could even go out and take yourself a ghillie suit with you, and just don't wear the headpiece, and put the whole ghillie suit on, and they'll be like, "What the hell is this?"
Hey, Chris, just be careful you don't go out there during mating season.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Did you have a bad experience?
Because, you know, it's end of winter coming up, and it's going to be coming time where they start mating. So you'll be out there and...
You didn't hear what Chris asked you. Have you had that experience?
No, I haven't. Hey, Chris, you're the one with the Sasquatch girlfriend.
That's right. Yeah, she's pissed at me too. That was the one in Virginia, man. I'm not kidding you. She was pissed. Oh my God, I screwed it up. I really did, man. I just did it because of the viewers all wanted to see, you know, and I was leading them up to it. You know, with putting up the food every day and putting it on paper plates, and then choosing what they would eat and leave, you know, all the you know, the sunflower seeds wouldn't touch them, or they would enjoy the marshmallows, or I was giving them everything to choose from. I would drive 20 miles to this fruit stand, a vegetable stand, and bring, you know, organic melons and stuff they would love, and they really did enjoy the kettle corn that I made for them, and oh my Lord. And then the last night, I waited till the last night because I had to head back, you know, after 45 days being there, and she was out there, and boom, and when the infrared came, it looked just like one of her male, looked like one of the male Bigfoots, because their eyes are red.
Yeah.
Females are like bluish,
kind of like
yellow,
bluish yellow or bluish white, something like that.
Yeah, white, and she was not happy. She was shocked because it was me. We were going back. This was my This was my second or third year there, and we were interacting. You know, I mean, she would make gifts for me with feathers. I mean, she was really communicating. Boy, I screwed it up just because I wanted to show the viewers, you know, the eye shine and the bottom. That's what I got, and you can look at it. I got 30 minutes of it on there, going back and forth, different ones, and then I went back the following year, April, and it was the same type of format with vegetation and stuff not on the trees. And 2 big males came, and she came, and they still had hard feelings towards me, man. That one male, like.
You said you went to Colorado once, right?
I'm sorry?
Did you go to Colorado once?
Oh, yeah, I was in Colorado 2 years. Yeah, then they're there. Everywhere I go, they come.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. leave, fought. As long as I start wood knocking and stuff like that, they will appear. There's just something what happened up at the cabin for the 12 years being up there and stuff like that. And what I think they did to me in the cabin when I was sleeping, something happened where something pulsating and keeping me locked down. I couldn't even get up, and it was going through my top of my head into my stomach and into my chest. And I told you how I had that bad leg red. It was red, man. And I was just so scared to go and find out if it was cancer or something. I was really paranoid about it. I said I didn't want to find out. If I'm going to die, I'm not taking chemo. Ain't no way I'm doing that. And I'm not doing it and losing my hair and just die that way. I'm going to go out like the guy did on, Jeopardy. I'm just going to go, and something happened that night, man. And all I kept saying is, I was awake, but I couldn't move. But this pulsating thing was going from my head into my stomach, and I just thought, I'm your friend, I'm your friend, I'm my friend. And they were right above me in the window, looking down. I couldn't even look up to see them because I couldn't move. I think something, when they did that, it ignited a beam or a GPS thing on me or whatever, that they will come and visit. That's a true story, man. And that thing on my leg went away.
Mm-hmm.
It did. And then I found out that Bigfoot has healed people. That there were stories that they have come out and they have helped people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's hillbillies or mountain people or whatever, but they've done it. And I was up at that cabin with them for 12 years. So I can't say why, but exactly, but maybe it was that incident that has something that they can see that glows from me or what, but they do show up, so I will stay 5 nights.
Right.
And I will walk through them. I will not wait for them to come to me this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going
to. Right. That reminds me
just make sure
of
you don't whistle or nothing like that.
Oh, that was stupid. I didn't know that was a warning sign, but now it makes sense because of the times I heard the whistling, when they would be around me up at the cabin or even up there, they would whistle.
Yeah, all you have to do is just use your own regular language. I'm here. I'm peaceful. I'm just here to make friends with you, and they'll understand you.
Yeah. I'll bring a shitload of fruit and stuff. I'll do that.
You were talking. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was agreeing with you. When you said that about Bigfoot healing people, that reminded me of my friend Steve from New York. Do you remember him, Steven?
Like colored guy?
White guy.
White
He
guy.
had a daughter and everything. He was talking about Bigfoot out on his property and everything, and he said that he was going through cancer treatments and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I haven't seen him in years or even heard from him.
I think he's...
Yeah.
And, but he said that these things would always come by his house and they would protect him and his daughter. They would leave gifts on his doorstep, pretty much, and stuff like that. And they'd sit out there on their balcony and just watch and listen to him.
Yeah. Listen, I'm praying that's going to happen. I'm just wondering if there's other stuff that's going to happen. There's other things out there besides Bigfoot, and bears and stuff. But there are other entities and creatures that could show up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I am uneasy with, but it's part of what I have to do.
Right. I thought about going to Colorado Springs myself, but I don't know. To me, that's just a wee bit too cold. I mean, in the winter it drops down. I mean, it really drops down below the zeros. But in the summer, I don't know what the temperature is up there in the summer. I haven't got a clue.
I do. I was there from June 5th to 27th to August 6th. I was up there. Yeah, I was up there,
and
man.
that's in the summer?
Up there. In the summer, yeah. June, yeah, of course it's in the summer.
And what was the temperatures like up there?
It's just, where I was at 10,500, the hottest it would get would be 70.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay? And the coldest it would be like 30, 31, 32. And it sleeted, man. I'm not kidding you. It sleeted and hailed. I remember grabbing going out and grabbing the hail and putting them in the cup and pouring water and stuff and then having ice cold drink.
Yeah, you know something? That snow up there is more likely more cleaner than it is down here.
Oh, it melted though. When I first got there in June, I looked across the other ridge of mountains in front of where I was camping at, and you could see a lot of snow still. And then by the time August came, it was all gone. It finally melted up there.
So,
but
I thought about moving up there, but I always thought, you know, Colorado, that has a lot of bear in it.
Well, it has a lot of Bigfoot in it. I'll tell you, a lot of moose. You want to talk mule deer, biggest freaking deer besides the elk I saw.
Well, we got mule deer down here.
Yeah,
they look like a freaking horse.
I got some great video I posted of the deer and the elk and moose up there. I had a great video.
Yeah, the reason I like Northern California so much is I can go to Shasta Dam or some other places, and I can take raw oats and put it in my hand, and the deer will come down and just eat right out of your hand. So beautiful.
Wow. That is.
And they got Oroville, California. If you own property up by the lake, you have deer come right on the front of your property, right on your lawn, and just graze. I mean, it's so beautiful, it's not even funny.
And that would be difficult for me, because it would be a struggle not to go hunting.
Yeah, good luck with that one. You can hunt when hunting season comes around, but I don't know if your neighbors would like that one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, George, look, he's so beautiful. Boom!
I won't know deer. I'd rather have a deer as a pet, or at least have one, you know, walk inside me. Like, what is that movie called, The Yearling?
Oh,
I
God.
never saw that.
You never saw that?
Yeah. Tearjerker.
No, I never even heard of it.
The Yearling was made by Walt Disney.
Oh, okay.
You're right, Chris. That's a tearjerker right there.
Yeah. Yeah, don't see it.
So, sort of like Old Yeller?
Kind of, sort of like Old Yeller.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm like you, Steve. I hunt now with photographs and pictures. I don't. After living up in the mountains like I did, first 3 or 4 years I hunted, and I stopped.
I love the mountains. I love nature. I always have. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, I used to own a skunk. Damn thing would crawl in bed with me and go to sleep underneath the covers. Kept warm.
What'd you name it?
Stinky.
Stinky.
Well, here's the thing. A skunk doesn't have to spray. They come up to you, you still smell that smell. It's kind of oddball. And it's like, they don't spray unless you get really noisy. They do not like noise at all. And when you start making noise, they have a bad habit of turning around, lifting that tail up, and then you're screwed.
Yep.
Yeah. I know they can descent them.
Well, yeah, but I love nature. I always have. Like my grandfather, he used to have raccoons. Those raccoons, oh my God, they get feisty.
Oh man, I hate them. I would capture my raccoons. I would capture them, and I did not know that you have to bring them like 20 miles away.
Yeah.
Or they'll come back.
Yeah.
And I got photographs. I'll show you. I got them. You know, I wouldn't kill them, but they were eating the food for the Bigfoot. That's what pissed me off. I mean, I would tell them, this is not for you, and they would just I'd catch them on camera, and I would leave the stuff, and then I think I told you this one day.
Here's the thing. Raccoons are picky eaters. If you give them a beef hot dog, they'll pass it up. If you give them a chicken hot dog, they'll eat it in a heartbeat.
I had no idea about that.
I do. I tried that once. I gave them a beef hot dog, they passed it up. I gave them a turkey hot dog, and they gobbled that thing right up.
I love nature, but I'm also a hunter too. But we don't kill unless we're going to eat it. We don't waste it. That's one thing I teach, the kids in my family.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't waste.
If I lifted up a rifle and tried to shoot an animal, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I went hunting once back in 1978 with a friend of mine up in Northern California. First time hunting. I had a 30-06. He had a 30-30. And we saw this 5-point, maybe 6-point buck, excuse me, across the canyon or on a ravine. And I thought, looky, I was getting ready to take a shot. And for some strange reason, I just froze. I couldn't do it. He said, shoot him. I can't do it. Something inside me just said I couldn't do it. So, hell with it. And I don't know, I've been a vegetarian since that time. I just can't shoot an animal. I can't shoot an animal that didn't do nothing wrong to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the one thing they taught us is when you're hunting and you shoot an animal, you're helping with conservation because they're making room for other generations of deer to have food.
Where we were hunting at, we didn't have that problem. There was no conservation there in the first place. It was hunting season. I just couldn't shoot it. I've always had this thing. I've always had this thing for animals. There's no way I could shoot one.
All right.
Now, when it comes to snakes, that's a different story.
Hey, now, why are you so discriminating?
I ain't discriminating. I don't like snakes.
Well, they don't care for you too much either.
Yeah, no, they don't. I mean, if you're going to take a snake home and that sucker bites you, yeah, okay. I'm going to bite him back with a bullet.
You're just mad because one took a shower with you.
You're funny. You and that snake, you always got to bring that up. One of these days, that's going to bite you in the nib.
I have the same feeling. Go ahead.
You have to admit, that is funny, though.
Yeah, I wish I could have joined you then and seen that. That would have been a good laugh.
Yeah.
I have no problem with spiders.
Just remember one thing, Snake Man. Your birthday's coming around the corner one of these days, next year again.
He just had his birthday last week.
Yeah, I know, but it'll be again next year. I'll send him a present in the mail for his birthday.
What you gonna send him?
I'll probably send him an X-Lax cake.
X-Lax cake, perfect. With
yeah.
With Carolina Reapers in it.
I don't know about that. You can't eat chocolate. It has to be a vanilla or what they call a carrot cake with Carolina Reapers. That'll do the job.
Ooh, the Carolina Reapers don't. I like the Carolina Reapers now.
What about the scorpion peppers?
Well, those are good too. I've been eating them all. The entire thing you sent me, I'm almost done with it.
Yeah, well, here's another one. They have a pepper out there hotter than that. It's 1 billion Schofield. I'll get it.
I want to get the hot sauce. On the label it says, "Holy shit, that's hot."
Oh, I got that. That ain't nothing.
Yeah.
That's literally the title of it, Chris.
Shit. That's hot. That's good. Well, hey, you know, I do have a tolerance for heat. I do. Maybe not as much as you, but I can have a good, you know, pepper in my, you know, pasta sauce or whatever.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
I'm just a sucker when it comes to animals. I can't help it. I've been that way all my life. I mean, I can go fishing. I can catch fish, no problem. But when it comes to shooting an animal, I just can't do it.
And I'm just the opposite.
Well, we know you're just the opposite.
Hey, now, watch it, buddy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of hour again. Here's the freaks going out.
Good night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Gentle Giant, and this is the Bigfoot Radio for this week. And we would like you all to tune in next week for some more Bigfoot Radio. And all of us on the Bigfoot Radio Network, we would also like to thank our guests for joining in on the discussion tonight on this talk show. And we would also like to thank you, our listeners, for sharing our adventures with us. Join us again next Friday evening for another exciting hour of Bigfoot Radio with the Bigfoot research teams from across the country. And we would also especially like to thank our listeners. Until then, this is the Gentle Giant saying good night, be good, be safe, and we will see you here again next week. Until then, keep Bigfoot live and keep Bigfooting. See you all again next week. Bye-bye, and have a nice night.
Good night, everybody.